He's come for the scroll.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new Artale MapleStory old school episode. Today we are gonna do something that's always a lot of fun, and that is doing a job progression. As you can see, we hit level 30 last episode, and we are here in the Linear Forest going to our job instructor. And it's been many years that I last did this second job advancement for a magician, and I actually forgot the amount of climbing you have to do to get to your mage job instructor guy that will teleport you to the place where you have to collect all the marbles in order to complete this quest. But it's always cool, like exploring these maps. I think if they would improve some quest rewards, especially the quest experience rewards, I think exploration in MapleStory would be a lot better and greater, because as of now, only if like a quest rewards you with something very good, like a scroll that you can sell, or some very rare equipment like the Icarus cape or the bone helmet, it's not really worth doing quests. And that's kind of a shame, because that's how you can like literally explore the world instead of being in one map for hours and hours. But also it is part of the game, of course, to grind in one map for hours and hours. And right here, I collected all the marbles, and you just talk again to your job instructor. And of course, I didn't want to use a return to town scroll right away. I wanted to jump down this tree because, it's kind of fun after climbing. And I think like back in the day there was even a medal that was called like He Who Touches the Sky or something like that. You had to go to some high places in Victoria Island, and I don't remember quite all the locations. I knew that one of those locations was in Kerning City on top of a crane, and maybe one in one of these trees in Alenia as well. But yeah, good old memories. Let me know if you remember like getting that medal. I never got it because I never bothered like checking out where all the other locations were that you had to go to claim that medal. But right here we made it. We basically completed the quest. We did our traveling, we did our grinding, and I already know what I wanted to be, and that's a cleric, a future priest, future bishop. Basically, we actually already decided this in the very first episode, and here we go. We are now officially a cleric, and we also gain one skill point to spend. And of course, the first skill point you get, you basically want to do it, you want to use it in teleport, because yeah, teleporting around is much faster, and it also helps you traverse like platforms a lot. And also here in Artale, it works kind of janky, the teleport, because you can teleport way higher in this game in Artale than you used to. So you see a lot of mages teleporting like horizontally to a lot of places that they normally shouldn't be able to teleport to, but as a mage myself, it's quite nice. And here we just hit level 31 in the Kerning City party quest, and I don't think you can do this anymore, but when I was playing, this was like in the first 2 weeks when the Artale released, there was no level cap for Kerning City party quest, and since the rewards were so good that I was getting, I just decided to stay until I think I was level 33. So this also helped me with getting a lot of mesos at the beginning, and this also just helped with some easy experience, because if you're in a party that can clear Kerning City party quest really quick, it still is pretty decent experience at this level. But at level 33, I was like, it's time to move on. And as you can see right here, I was selling all my rewards basically. And this was still the first or second week of when Artale was released. And having like almost 1 mil was quite a lot back in those days, actually. Now it's almost like nothing. And after doing that party quest, the Kerning City party quest, a few more times, I decided to do some quests, because here in Genesis, when you talk to Pia, you can start a quest once you're level 20 and higher, and it's actually like quite nice for some early mesos. You can get some mesos, and you get some good experience as well. And basically, it's a very, very simple quest. If you just follow my track that I'm doing here on screen right now, you'll be able to clear this quest in maybe 30 minutes. Or it's a few quests before you can get the real reward, and you just need to collect some snail shells in all colors, and you have to defeat Mano. That's the mascot of this YouTube channel, actually. And you have to receive, I don't think it's a 100% drop chance for him to drop his colored snail shell, his rainbow colored snail shell, but you need to have at least one and hand it in at the end. So I'm already collecting that snail shell, and for me it did drop in the first time, so that was kind of nice. Anyway, yeah, and you also have to travel to Alinea for this quest line, and it's, like I mentioned, not too difficult, and you'll clear it in a few minutes. And then you have some starting cash, or at least maybe if you start a character right now in Artale, getting the mesos from this quest. I think it's in the normal game, like in vanilla MapleStory, it's 30k, but here they give you 60k, maybe to give you a little bit more incentive to do this quest. And it's nice to have 60k just from a pretty simple quest, but yeah, I don't think it's that much money at this point in time in the Artale economy, but in the first 2 weeks this was quite a lot of money. Exactly what I was talking about at the beginning of this episode. This is what you need to do with more quests. Make it so the reward, the experience, or the cash reward that you get is increased, so it's actually nice to do it. Because exploring the map and the world, basically, of MapleStory is a lot of fun. And I used to do this back in the day when I was still a child and when I was playing this game in 2007. But after you learn what's the best way to increase your level, you start min-maxing things, and it becomes harder to enjoy the game with just exploring it and walking around. At least for me. Maybe I just need to take a step back and don't play this game so serious and just, do more quests. That's actually a good idea, and not try to go to the optimal route. But it also is really nice to see some improvement and some, the time that you put into this game, you want to get the most out of it, because in this day and age, now that we've all grown up, our time is kind of precious. Anyway, that being said, at this point I also thought, alright, I'm past level 30, it's time to do the sauna rope quest line, which is also not too difficult, and it's for a luckless or dexless or whatever class that you play without the secondary stat. It's one of the best overalls to have, because it gives some avoidability and some weapon defense. And I actually was traveling a bit through Sleepywood because I already knew what kind of ETC items I needed to complete this quest, and I needed these evil eye tails, the green evil eye tails, and you need some bananas, and this is the perfect map to gather both. And while I was training here, some people were nice enough to help me out, party up, give me some of the ETC items, so that was really, really nice. Shout out to those guys. And it was a nice change of pace from Curling City Party Quest, I'm not gonna lie. And that's why I included some quests in this segment of the episode, because the past few episodes we've done a lot of PQs, a lot of party quests. We did the Hennessy's Party Quest, the Curling City Party Quest, and I knew once I got to once I passed level 30, I knew it was time to do some quests. So, and we are also gonna do the Old Raggedy Cape quest line after we've gotten our sauna robe. And here's a guy that was just training here. He wanted to party up, and he also gave me some bananas, so that's nice. And pro tip, as you can see, I also started the quest of the warning sign of the evil eyes, which is in this map as well, and that's some great experience as well. So if you go into the end tunnel to get the undead charms from the zombie mushrooms, also start the danger sign quests for the horny mushrooms and the zombie mushrooms, because those rewards, they add up. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think those quest rewards, at least the experience of those quests, is increased as well on this server. So I think they did tweak some quest rewards a little bit, which is really nice. But what I would like to see is more medals, basically, that reward you great stats. And basically, like the quest medal, I think back in the day you could get a quest medal if you completed 800 quests, and a medal like that needs to be like worthwhile getting. It needs to be like a staple medal for you to like have at a certain high level, to give you more incentive to clear quests, so you have something to work for in the long run. Anyway, I'm getting a bit off topic here, but just spitballing some ideas. And as you saw, I talked over it, but you get a 60% scroll reward from doing the danger sign quest of the evil eyes, the green evil eyes, and I got 60% spirit attack, so that's a nice chunk of cash to receive. And right here we already have started the sonar rope quest line, and at this point I was also live streaming. As you can see, I get some people that follow, which is really fun. It made it a lot easier to do these quests, because if I didn't know what location I needed to go to or where I could get certain items, people in the chat were really helpful. And I was at this point I think almost halfway done, because we already collected a few of those items. I think we also still need to go to Flora Beach and collect some coconuts, actually. Yeah, a lot of good memories. I remember like back in the day when I was doing these quests on like different accounts in MapleStory Europe. It was kind of fun, because at some point I had a few characters and at that point, like, I didn't really need all the items, and it's actually quite a good money maker as well. So for example, if you're not a luckless mage and you don't want to equip the sonar rope, you can also sell it, and it's a nice chunk of money you can get for it. I know prices still fluctuate, so I'm not sure how much it is at the moment, but oh well. This is where collecting diamonds came in handy. I still had to buy a few of the auction house, but to complete this quest you need one refined diamond, or just a diamond, so you hand in these 10 diamond ores, and well, there you go, then you have a diamond. If you are still watching this far into the episode, that's really awesome. You're probably like a big fan of the series, but I also wanted to talk about something like that's a little bit less fun, I guess. Because if you are aware, or if you are like a long-term fan of this YouTube channel, you will probably have noticed that like almost 45 videos are removed or / gone from my YouTube channel. That's because I gained a copyright strike a few weeks ago, and I got it like indirectly from a company that was hired by Nexon to remove copyrighted content, or basically private server content, which technically is not allowed to be posted on YouTube. So Nexon and that third-party company that was hired by Nexon is completely in their right to like remove my content, and I'm at least thankful that they didn't give me 3 strikes in one go, because I've heard like YouTubers that created private server content have lost their YouTube channel just without being able to, you know, defend themselves or whatever you want to call it. But I only got 1 copyright strike, which gave me the opportunity to remove all of the private server content that I had on this YouTube channel, which is a bummer, because I had a Iron Man series that I shot in a private server of MapleStory, where I soloed Zekum. Took me 8 hours and 20 minutes that solo run, and the entire series took me like 10 months to create, and I uploaded a video every week, and I think I never missed a deadline. But it really sucks that this series is now gone, and I still have it on a external hard drive, so it's not really lost forever. But I'm pretty curious to hear if there is a legal way for me to share this private server content with you guys, because it was one of the most fun things and one of the things that I created that I'm almost like the most proud of, I guess. That whole Iron Man series, the Spearman Iron Man series, was kind of like my magnum opus, so I'm pretty bummed out that it's gone now. And if you have any tips or tricks how I could like share this in a legal way with like you guys, please let me know. I have thought of like uploading the whole series on Patreon, but when I was reading their terms of service, it's actually also prohibited to upload private server content on their like platform as well. So Patreon is not really an option, like not directly at least. Then I thought I could maybe make my own website and upload the footage there, but maybe then Nexon can come like directly towards me and sue me or something like that. Now like YouTube is in between there, so that's also kind of like a safety net. So I don't think like uploading those videos on my own website is a good idea, and I first would have to make a website because I don't have my own website at the moment. I also thought of maybe uploading those episodes as a torrent, so you guys can just download the episodes. A lot of ideas, and some of those ideas came from people that shared their knowledge and ideas in the Discord community, which is really nice. So thanks for that if you're like watching this and you were helping me out or trying to help me out. Also, by the way, a second YouTube channel is not a smart idea to upload all the private server content on there. There are cases where people have like gotten copyright strikes on their main YouTube channel for videos, then created a second channel and uploaded those same videos on there, and their main channel also got in trouble. So not only their second channel got removed, but also their main channel. So that's also another option, to risk like uploading everything on a different YouTube channel. I don't want to risk it basically. I am at a bit of a loss of like ideas or options how I could share this with you guys, but if there is a legal way, and I only want to do it in a legal way, to share that like copyright striked content, basically private server content of MapleStory with you guys, please let me know if you have any idea. That would be like an enormous help, because like I just mentioned, it's probably the series that I'm the most proud of, that Iron Man Spearman series that I made. But at this point we now have Maple Worlds, which is pretty nice that we have all sort of unofficial, official old school content to publish on YouTube, because I have gotten confirmation that creating MapleStory Worlds content is completely legal. So we'll be moving forward with Maple Worlds for now. I do still hope that Nexon just releases a official old school MapleStory server at some point, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And I do hope that Mapleland will release somewhere next year in 2025, because I would actually prefer playing MapleStory Lands or Maplelands over Artale. But I think that's it for now. I rambled long enough, and if you have any tips or tricks, please let me know. And for now, all I like to say is thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video. And of course, a quick shout out to our Patreons, and we got a brand new member, Razor the Curse. Thank you so much for supporting me. And of course, like last week, Ferdinand, thank you so much, and see you guys next time.